Welcome back to PlayStation Megabits. I'm your host, Adam Leonard, and we are knocking on the door of the big summer game reveals with both E3 and Summer Game Fest hitting before the next episode of PlayStation Megabits. Now what that typically means for this time of the year is there's not a lot of news to comb through because Sony is holding their cards close to their chest in anticipation of the big June reveals. But don't you worry, because here at Megadads, we've got a piping hot episode of PlayStation Megabits fresh out of the oven just for you. Also, since it is almost summer, I thought we'd do something a little fun for this episode of Megabits and bring it to you from the beach with the help of our good friend Astrobot. You ready, Astro? So without any further delay, it's time to play.
"25 games on the way."
The PlayStation 5, believe it or not, is 6 months old already, and we've already seen some incredible gaming experiences on the platform. Loads of fantastic next-gen games like Spider-Man, Miles Morales, Astro's Playroom, Demon's Souls, and Returnal have been coming out steadily for the PS5, and we are but weeks away from an all-new Ratchet & Clank. Well, it appears that Sony has no intention of letting up on this steady stream of amazing games headed our way. Herman Hultz, the head of PlayStation Worldwide Studios, recently told Wired magazine that there are no less than 25 new games in active development for the PlayStation 5 from in-house studios. In addition to that, nearly half of those are going to be brand new intellectual properties from Sony. This is pretty amazing for a couple of reasons, so let's break this down. Firstly, one thing that I frequently point out here at Megadads is that PlayStation did an unbelievable job of introducing us to new flagship properties this previous generation. The PS4 introduced us to Horizon Zero Dawn, Bloodborne, Ghost of Tsushima, Days Gone, Spider-Man, and many more brand new franchises. It is clearly a top priority for PlayStation to continue to inject the brand with new faces and experiences, rather than just being a sequel factory. And that's a big deal. To hear that nearly half of the games in development from Worldwide Studios are all new properties is very exciting. Secondly, it cannot be understated how dedicated the folks at Sony are to ensuring that we continue to see a steady flow of new games throughout the COVID-19 pandemic. We simply have to give the folks at PlayStation incredible recognition for being able to continue to operate at such a high capacity during the events of the last year plus. While certain factory shortages and scalpers have made it exceedingly difficult for players to get their hands on PS5 hardware, the designers and programmers working at PlayStation obviously continue to operate at an incredible pace to deliver new games with minimal delays.
The future of DualSense.
If you own a PlayStation 5, then you already know the awesome enhanced gaming experience you can have with the DualSense controller. Games like Returnal and Astro's Playroom have given players a bit of sensory overload by creating sensations that complement the visuals and enhanced 3D audio of the PlayStation 5. While some naysayers will try to interject that the DualSense experience is going to be another fad, Sony is not backing down from showcasing just what this controller is capable of, and a recent blog post illustrates how some developers are making use of the features of the controller. Some of the highlights from the article that I found interesting were Subnautica's metal detector, Kina's bow, and Ratchet & Clank's everything. Allow me to explain. In Subnautica, players explore an alien ocean with sensors which utilize spatial haptics in the DualSense. What this means is that your controller will pulsate at varying speeds, intensities, and in directions to cue the player to where their treasures are located. Subtle vibrations on the left side of the controller will tell you need to turn to the left. And as you get close to the object, your controller's vibration will increase in intensity. That's pretty cool. The protagonist in Kena Bridge of Spirits is armed with a bow, and when you draw your weapon, you will feel the tension in your line as you prepare to release your arrow at your target. Ratchet & Clank appears to be another example of all-around immersion, kind of like Astro, as the developers at Insomniac make reference to everything from the slightest pulse as you collect bolts in the level, to modified vibrations in Ratchet's footsteps as they land on different surfaces, and even utilizing the adaptive triggers for secondary modes of fire on your weapons. Pull the trigger until you meet resistance for a primary shot, but if you squeeze the trigger through that programmed resistance, you will deploy your secondary mode of fire. The DualSense is by far my favorite video game controller that I've ever owned, and the ways that developers are all finding unique ways to program it provide different experiences across different games. This thing is rad.
Animals cross the line.
Are you tired of collecting seashells and planting flowers in your village in Animal Crossing? Are you getting just a little bit irritated with Timmy and Tommy Nook for never having anything cool in the shop? Is that penguin neighbor of yours getting under your skin and you secretly wish you could take a bazooka to their house? If so, first you should probably do some breathing exercises and relax. Second, do I have a game for you? Super Animal Royale from Modus Games is coming to PlayStation later this year, and it is one of the most bonkers looking games I've seen in a while. Players take control of one of 300 different animal species and engage in bloody warfare with 64-player Battle Royale in this top-down, hand-drawn, fight to the top of the food chain video game. Each animal can wield a variety of weapons, including everything from sniper rifles to hamster balls, as they obliterate their cute and cuddly opponents. The folks at Modus are aiming for the absurd, as the cute and colorful visuals clash with the brutal fight-to-the-finish style of gameplay. If you're looking for something weird and hilarious to help you with your Fortnite fatigue, check out Super Animal Royale when it launches for PS4 and PS5 later this year.
PlayStation is ready for summer.
Finally in the news, we have a very exciting announcement that the PlayStation has officially signed on as part of Jeff Keighley's Summer Game Fest. Sony has notably been absent from E3 for the last several years, and now with the ESA's plans for E3 2021 excluding anything from PlayStation, we were all waiting for word on whether or not Sony would align themselves with any of the other big industry events of the summer, or if they would just have plans of their own. Well, we finally have our answer, as Jeff Keighley has announced his partnership lineup for Summer Game Fest, which kicks off on June 10th, and PlayStation is among those listed. Get ready for a massive event, because PlayStation has a lot of lines in the water, and we're waiting on more details on a ton of previously announced games. We still have yet to see gameplay from Horizon Forbidden West and Final Fantasy XVI, and we've only seen a logo for the follow-up to God of War. Sony has a lot up their sleeves, and we fully expect them to come out swinging when it's their turn to take the stage.
It's VR roundup time.
One of the games hitting PSVR this year is After the Fall, a zombie team-based shooter which seems to be heavily inspired by the acclaimed Left 4 Dead franchise. While we're getting a true spiritual successor to that series in this October's Back 4 Blood, After the Fall takes the squad-based zombie blastathon into the VR space with this awesome-looking game from the developers of Arizona Sunshine. Vertigo Games recently dropped a gameplay trailer for After the Fall, which shows our heroes blasting through waves of the undead in the gorgeous immersive virtual reality. The game takes place in a winter storm as you explore abandoned and dark cityscapes with a crew of survivors. Players are armed with a variety of weapons and puzzle-solving tools as they fight for survival against both standard and special-type zombies. This looks to be a great appetizer for Back 4 Blood, since that game was delayed out of its initial window into the fall. So make sure you play After the Fall this summer, because after the Fall, when it's fall, get your hands on Back 4 Blood for all your zombie slaying needs. My head hurts. Every month on PlayStation Megabits, Elliott and I give a game recommendation that we think you should be playing. This month we've been playing Everybody's Golf. It came out on the PlayStation 4, but we've been playing it on the PlayStation 5. Elliott, what do you think of Everybody's Golf?
It's pretty cool, and you can get triangle is to get your car down, and I like the body one. You can also run really fast. It's like with the golf cart, but he has another one that's actually a glider. So if you go on a mountain, you can click X even. I don't know what it is.
I think you're thinking of a different game. Are you thinking of Genshin Impact?
No.
Gliders? There's no gliders in this game.
No, with the cart.
Like the gyrocopter, are you talking about? The flying one?
No, not the flying one. The body.
Oh, the birdie. Okay, so this game is really cool because it allows you to have golf carts. And you can have regular golf carts, or you can have a gyrocopter, which is a helicopter, or if you're really lucky, like Elliot and I, you can spend $5 and get a chocobo from Final Fantasy and ride a chocobo all around the golf course. He can run, he can fly, he can swim. It's super duper cool. This game is really fun because it allows you to play a lot of different game modes. You can do tournaments against other players to level up. You can do one-on-one matches to unlock new characters, or you can go to the online mode, which is just a great big open hub area where people from all around the world are playing golf. You go to whatever course you want. You can explore the greens in your golf cart. It's a lot of fun, right?
Mm-hmm.
What's your favorite course in everybody's golf so far? There's the city one, there's the forest, the tropical island, the mountains we just unlocked. What do you like?
I like every single one.
Every single one of them?
Mm-hmm.
Nice. One of my favorite parts about everybody's golf is you can customize your character. And
oh, yeah.
And we've made our entire family, so it's me and you and mommy, and we even gave Nora a character even though she's too little to play, right?
Uh-huh.
But it's really cool because not only do you design what your character looks like, and it looks like us, right?
Mm-hmm.
We gave you orange hair. We gave me giant muscles. What? Why is that so funny? What do you... Stop. You don't have to laugh that hard. But you also get to customize them with accessories and different clothes. And you get to play dress up, which manly men love to play dress up, right? Take your time. Take your time. Get it out. If this game looks cool and interesting to you, you can get it really cheap because Everybody's Golf actually came out about, I think, 3 years ago. So you can get this game typically on the PlayStation Store for about $15. And this upcoming month at Megadads, we are going to be having our second annual Father's Day Open. The entire community is going to get together and play Everybody's Golf online the Saturday before Father's Day. It's going to be a great time. We hope to see you there. We give Everybody's Golf our highest recommendation. Isn't that right, Elliot?
Yep.
Thank you for tuning into this episode of PlayStation Megabits. We hope you had a good time. I hope you had a good time. Got our sunscreen on. We're going to get our white skin out in the sun because, my goodness, we look like paper. We're so white. We need to get out and hit the beach. You going to contribute anything to this episode? You're just going to giggle the whole time. Oh, for crying out loud. We'll see you next time on PlayStation Megabits.